everyone! So today I want to do a video talking about concealers and what tips I have for concealing blemishes and how to make them look the best that they can look. And I a couple years ago I didn't have the best skin and I wanted to conceal it, so I would buy concealers and put them on there, and they just weren't looking good. The redness was still really visible and they just looked like a raised hot mess on my face. And so I thought, I didn't understand why it wasn't working, so I did a little research and I found out that there's a few more steps that you can take to really make sure that your blemish is covered and it looks perfect. So after finding this out, I was so glad, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't know this. Everyone must know this. And I was talking to my friends and they were like, I didn't know that at all. And I was thinking, if they don't know, maybe there's a whole world of people out there that don't know. So I definitely thought I had to do a video on it, so that's what I'm here to do today. And I hope this is helpful. So first off, I'm going to talk about colored concealers. Now, you've probably either never heard of them ever, you have no idea what they are, or you've seen them or heard about them, but you're not really sure what they do or why you would want to use color on something that you're trying to conceal. Why would you want to make it bright and more visible? But when used properly, colored concealers can make a world of difference on your face. So, alright, so first off, there's three main colors that I see most often used for colored concealers. Those are green, orange, and purple. And the different colors are going to serve different purposes. They're going to cover different things. So first off, green concealers are going to be used to cover redness. And so if you have a blemish, green concealers are perfect for that. Orange concealers are really, really great for kind of making the skin look a little bit less dull. So if you have maybe some bluish or purplishy areas on your skin, orange is really going to help cancel that out and make it just look a lot brighter. And then purple is used to cover orange or cancel out orange colors. And I can't really think of another reason why you would have orange other than that maybe if you use too much tanner or something like that. But basically what these colors are going to do is they're going to cancel out the color that they're trying to conceal. So the green is going to cancel out the redness of the blemish. The orange is going to cancel out the bluish, the dullishness. That's probably not a word. The dullness of the skin, and the purple is gonna cancel out the orange of the skin. So then you're kind of left with just skin color, and then it's so much easier to conceal the blemish from there. So also, you're not just putting this green concealer on and just slapping it on and leaving it and going out the door. No. You have to put that on there and then cover it up with your normal skin colored concealer. And when using these colored concealers, you want to use this littlest bit of it that you can, because these are colored, so they are going to show through if you put a ton of color on there. If you put a really thick layer of it, it's going to be harder to conceal, and it's going to just give you an orange tint or a green tint or a blue or a purple tint, and that's not what you're going for. We're working on concealing and making it look skin colored, because that's what you want. Alright, so a lot of cosmetic companies sell colored concealers, and you can find them at drugstores. You can kind of find them anywhere. Mine I got from NYX Cosmetics, and I have two different types. They make different types. They have some that are in a stick like this that you twist up. And this is the green one, and then they also have them in little pots like this. Now, I got the green in the little stick form because I figured that'd be easier if I'm doing just kind of spot treatment on little red dots. So I figured that'd be a lot easier than having a whole pot of it, because I'm just gonna dab it right on there. And then I have the orange concealer in a little pot because I put it underneath my eyes to brighten them up. So I figured if I'm just gonna apply it with my finger, I might as well just get it in a pot. And I don't have a purple one because I don't really find it necessary for me to have a purple one, because I don't really need it, but I figured the orange and the green were kind of necessary. Alright, so now I'm going to give you some tips on how I conceal my under eye circles. So basically, all I do is I apply this in the thinnest layer I can, and then I use concealer to cover it up. Now after I use concealer, I set the concealer. Now to do this, I don't use a regular face powder. And I know some people that do that and it works for them, but for me, all it does is just crease up my under eye area and it looks cakey and gross. So I use a little powder that I got from Bobbi Brown, and it's kind of expensive, but it definitely works, which I love. And it's like in a little two-part thing. It's got, up here was the concealer. I used it a lot because I love it. Bobbi Brown's Creamy Concealer is the best concealer I have ever used in my life. It is so good and it works so well and it stays on forever. So I love that. I'm definitely going to repurchase it when I'm done with my current concealer because I'm trying not to buy more makeup unless I really do need it. But anyway, the bottom of it comes with this powder. And so this thing opens up. Try not to spill it everywhere. So it opens up and there's just like powder in there. And when you put it on, it's not going to have any color. It's not going to show up that you put a powder on there. But what it's going to do is just set the concealer so that it's not going to move off your face and it's going to stay there and keep concealing your under eyes throughout the day. So I definitely suggest setting it with a powder and try to find like an under eye powder. Like, this is specifically made to go on top of concealer. I've tried to use my face powder, my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural from MAC, over that, and all it does is just kind of cake it up and crease it up, and that's just not what I'm going for. So I had to end up going and getting this, but it's expensive, but you hardly use any when you use it, so it lasts forever. So I really love it. Alright, now when I'm concealing a blemish, a little spot on my face, all I do is I take the green concealer stick and I just dab it on to the spot that I want to conceal. And I make sure that I'm only putting product right on top of the blemish. I'm not putting it around the area, just not the area, just right on top of it. It's really, really important. And then I take concealer and I use my concealer brush. This is the Sigma F70. And it's pretty tiny, which is perfect because, again, you're only putting concealer right on top of the little blemish and nowhere else. Not the area around it, not just next to it, right on top of it. That's the only place you need to put it. And then what I do is I take my finger and I just really lightly just dab it, and then I let it sit for a second so it can dry, and then I put I'll put like my face powder on. And you know, I don't use a specific powder to do that because it's on my face, so I just use whatever I'm setting my foundation with. I just go ahead and use that to cover it. But I make sure that I let it set and dry and really seep into the skin before I use my powder, because when I'm putting my powder on with my brush, it moves it. So if I'm like hitting it and it's still drying, it's gonna move the concealer off the blemish and then I have to start all over, which I don't want to do because I want to do this as quick as possible. Alright, so that's it for this little video, and I hope it was really helpful to you, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!